Welcome back, everybody, from our super long, excessively giant break that we like to take.
Yeah, stop break shaming us, all right?
Apparently, it was a maple syrup break, so
Of course.
I hope everyone's syruped up.
I knew it
I'm
felt
syruped out.
The waft
Nigel.
of maple syrup. Yeah.
I know it's not for kids, but come on, man.
Well, if we're running with the joke that maple syrup was our pee,
No, it's just NRP.
but yeah, I went to go pee, so now I'm maple syrup out.
I think this conversation is going on far too long. Jesus Christ.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Apparently, Justin wants to talk to our union rep. Good luck. You got to find him first.
Okay, so first of all, we're not affiliated to the company in any way. Not at least here on live streams.
I was going to say, I don't think that's what he's talking about. But apparently Nigel took this in the wrong direction. It's all your fault. Darren has
I'm
claimed
not the one who brought up maple syrup.
Darren claims it's your fault. And apparently Zinx is saying it all makes sense now. So I'm not sure if that's in response to somebody else's comment or to our
Nothing
maple
makes
syrup.
sense. You haven't been here long enough, man.
Yep.
Nothing should make sense. Nothing of that conversation should at all.
There we go.
No.
And yes, Mr. Fisk, I did go on break specifically just to read your comments from behind the curtains where you don't know I'm there.
What's he saying about us? What's he saying about me? Paul.
I don't know.
So are we still talking about the mini Super Freak? Or are we going on to something else? Let's do some knife shit. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Knife fight.
I think
Anything else do we want to say about that bitch?
Nah, we're out of the review portion, really. So
Yep, no, I think we wrapped it up pretty good there.
I will say that I heard Mr. Fisk, to begin with, gave it a 96, and he would have given it 100, but they used red, and he doesn't like red. So I'm guessing that it was 10s across the board with an aesthetic of 6. I think that's a fair assumption,
Right?
to get his initial answer. So
I got a different answer today from him. Zinx is saying red sucks. But the response I got today was it's better than basically every single one of Spyderco's knives except for the Gale Bradley 2. And it's equal with the Gale Bradley. But it's got better lockup. I added that part. The lockup is good. Don't get me wrong. But the Gale Bradley's pinchy. I don't know. And he's saying he just gave it a 96. He didn't use any scoring system.
well, that
I know,
defeats
that's why
the
I was
point.
making it up for you. It's
Oh, there you go.
if he's
He was
paying
doing-
us, then at the very least,
saying
he can
he's
just
doing
give
the
us
work for
overall
him.
numbers, and we can do the work for him since he is paying us for this entire fiasco, right? So
I think more than most nights, it's a bit of a fiasco.
A bit. All right.
But apparently people like it because we got 12 people watching. So
Huzzah.
cool.
There's certain people out there that just like to watch dumpster fires. I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Fisk is laughing in chat. I'm pretty sure he just got to that part of the conversation.
Good stuff.
And apparently Darren likes the red. It reminds him of the Sith, which, yeah.
I like it more on the fact, if Nigel has that handy. I don't know if he does or not, but
Yep.
With the black and the silver twill, I think the red really pops, especially on the backspacer on that one.
Yeah, I was actually just pulling out the Griptilian I had as well.
Oh, okay. As well as even the freak.
Yeah. And
But I
there's,
think like on the Freak, it's almost like rosy on the Freak,
Yeah, it's kind of muted. It's a little strange.
and it's like crisper on the Chacho Fact, right? Like it's
Mhm.
Yeah, it's more magenta almost on the freaks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a little bit more
Mhm.
candy, like a candy
Mhm.
cherry
Hmm.
on the fact.
Yeah, a little bit.
Apparently, Justin's just decided to be mean tonight. People who watch dumpster fires explode live streams on YouTube with a search by lowest views. Hurtful.
Ouch.
I guarantee there's lower than 12 going on right now. If you searched,
Hopefully.
we're doing well for ourselves. Screw that. Yeah, like it's
That still sounds like a risky gamble to me.
We lost somebody, so we're down to 11.
hey, don't worry about it. It's Mr. Fisk has to unsubscribe every once in a while, right? Like it's
Yeah, sure.
The only thing about them though is that red is ugly, according to Mr. Fisk.
Mm.
I mean, they don't use purple enough in knives.
They don't, but they use green.
hmm
unless you're my techno, and then it's like this weird, like bronzy green.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't
know.
I don't dislike that color, but it is a little strange.
If I had my 450 at hand, it's got my nice red backspacers.
Yeah, but the problem is that you'd have to put down your rustic gent. So
You had your chance
Yeah, it's
to
not
go.
gonna happen. Not right now. But I just cleaned that knife. It's like beautiful action.
It's pretty slick, yeah.
Ben is offering to open 3 browser tabs to increase our stats.
not gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta get the viewership up. I made a claim that we weren't on the bottom now, so
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, knife fights, you say?
Yes, I'm leaving all of what's happening in chat alone for the moment. Go ahead.
So yeah, let's get on to the knife fights then.
I remembered this time.
Yay! For our first round, we bring you Strider versus Hinderer with any knife they like.
Indeed. Hinderer took this one. It was probably the highest, if not second highest, as far as like overall sway. Hinderer got it 73 to 27%, which is a volume or a vote count of 35 to 13.
Mhm.
People of note, once upon a USN on Instagram threw out a vote for Strider. I voted Hinderer only because I've handled like 2 Striders in my entire life, and I'm pretty sure I've handled more Hinderers. And Hinderer collab designs like Kershaw's and other things like that.
I threw up, speaking of Kershaw's, I actually threw up a picture of a double-edged Maximus from Hinderer knives.
Nice.
The Decimus from Kershaw has been a knife that, just by design alone, I've been kind of interested in. But I think eventually I'm going to cave and buy a Maximus. They're bloody expensive, though.
Yeah.
Apparently, Justin's trying to make one of us take a spit take. That's words.
Well, if I do it and it's on my laptop, there's a chance that this whole stream just ends. So please don't.
I can't see the live chat because I'm using my phone and I have no other screen in this room. So
Nobody to blame but yourself.
Mr. Fisk is saying it's worse when you log into an Instagram live and you're the only person there, so you have to stay to be nice.
Oh, man. You can see people's eyes light up when there's a viewer. now they're talking they're talking to you. And you feel horrible, but it's like, oh wow, I just wanted to see what was going on. back out of it. Oh.
Hi. Bye.
I've had people call me out before. It's like, oh, the Iron Joe is joining us today. I'm like, oh.
No, I'm not.
like, not anymore.
Not
Thanks.
intentionally. Like it's
That's when you just type in "I'm shy" and then leave.
Next time you see me, don't call me out, you bastard. Just leave.
And apparently, we're not on the lowest end. There's a stream out there with 3 people watching. So
Nice.
I'm sure there is. Like, if you know YouTube, statistically, like, there's no way that we're on the bottom end. We're kind
The
of on
amount-
the bottom end.
the amount of minutes that are uploaded on a daily basis of like video content
Do you think
is obscene. It's like hundreds of years of data put up every day kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's
So on the fight, there's 2 things. I
Yes.
think. I think this might be a popularity contest, and I think maybe Mick Strider's got some heat in his limelight right now.
What do you mean right
Mhm.
now? Because
Okay, so
Sorry.
on and off for like ever, but yeah. But I think the other thing that's worth noting is how much Rick Hinderer has been like this, like, silent black sheep throughout this competition. That as we've put these fights up, a lot of them have been fun and whatever type of thing. And Rick Hinderer has been like, you know, the Utah Jazz of the like March Madness thing. They're like, we're gonna be boring as hell, but we're gonna make it to the finals if we're not gonna like it's So
I mean, he's only 2 rounds away from making it to.
that's what
to
I
the
mean.
final.
That's like it's
Yeah.
props to Hinderer. Like,
Indeed. How do you think? Like, what knife do you think they would choose?
if it has to be a folding knife, I'm sure that Strider go with something like with the SNG.
yeah, that would be probably.
And I don't know why Strider go with SNG and Hinderer probably go with a Decimus, just because it's a folding dagger. Why would you put up?
But Hinderer has some fixed bladed versions of daggers too, doesn't he? In his own repertoire.
I'm sure he does.
Repertoire.
Let me check his website actually, because that's where I'm at with that.
Because I know he's got the Decimus, and he's also got, his custom one was the Maximus. That's why Kershaw named theirs Decimus.
Okay. Cool.
If you didn't
Darren
know
just
that.
said that 300 hours of video is uploaded to YouTube every minute of every day.
Every minute,
Every
300
minute.
hours.
300 hours per minute.
We will never be on the bottom, gentlemen.
Excellent news,
Might be
guys.
close.
I mean, and also Justin saying the Utah Jazz of March Madness. What?
Don't take that literally. Like,
I was gonna say I think you sports wrong or something.
listen here, they shoot the basketballs pretty good.
So I'm just going through Hinderer's
Do they make the ball go?
fixed blades right now, and the one with the longest amount of reach looks like it's something called the Field Tack. It's a 7-inch blade on it. I could see that.
Okay.
Now, he may have produced something else in the past that was even larger, but
And to tell you the truth, I'm pretty sure Strider's got some beasts on fixed blades too.
Mr.
Or
Fisk
even-
is saying Strider has all sorts of nonsensical fighting fixed blades.
Yeah.
was that use of air quotes to denote actual quotes in the text? Yes, it was. That is hilarious. Thank you.
I'm gonna try and say what they're saying as accurately as possible.
No, I like that
while
a
I
lot.
can.
I appreciate that.
Apparently, Justin wants that Hinderer. It's just tactical enough for him, apparently.
Which one, the field tack or the Decimus? Because I was also
The one that's
flashing.
on screen right now.
Oh,
The
okay.
field tack, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a bad looking knife.
It's everything Nigel hates.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Darren's comment here.
You know it's a tactical knife when it's on a box of grenades. Wait, that knife is on a grenade box. He'd use the grenades, not a knife. That's probably why he won by such a high margin.
Only if he made
Just
the grenades.
rolled a grenade between the dude's feet, and
You know how Lynn Thompson has 3 knives that you just don't know about?
I'm sure there's more.
Let's not talk about where he would
Pocket
store them.
grenade.
Okay, one question. Do you think that Lynn Thompson carries pocket sand?
No.
Okay.
Glitter. It's totally glitter.
I was gonna say yes, but not intentionally. But I like Dennis's answer of glitter more, and it's got to be like bright, multicolored glitter, like rainbow glitter. It's got to look like an absolute mess.
Only if he distributes it like.
No, he's got to.
Well, but then afterwards, he's still got to have that, like, yeah, type of thing as he does stuff.
So
like,
what
I
he's
I
probably
just
got
kind
like
of made myself sad because I realized I can just go and get an example of the type of glitter you're talking about right now.
Nigel has that glitter on the ready. He's like, I got some in my pocket. You
Not in my pocket, but over there.
Right.
So what you're saying, Nigel, is you have some tactical glitter.
Tactical glitter.
No, because it's stashed away right now. It's not at the ready.
It's strategic glitter, not tactical.
But I do have some black glitter, so it's tactically black glitter.
That's tactical glitter.
He keeps his multicolored glitter in the bug out bag.
Wait, hold on. Doesn't Cold Steel like produce spray, like pepper spray, but as a foam?
Used to, I don't think they do anymore.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they.
Did they transition away from the hot stuff and into the glitter stuff?
Potentially.
Apparently I was lost in comments because I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Projection systems for Lynn Thompson's glitter. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was saying he would
His
probably
distraction of sparkle glitter.
Yeah, first
he used to sell a. I'm pretty sure it was a pistol-shaped pepper spray dispenser.
Yep.
So you
mean the thing that we were? You mean the thing that we were just talking about?
Hey, look at that.
Yes.
Great minds think alike.
So first he would whip that out, spray in the face, and like, oh, what the fuck? What's all this glitter? And then a Laredo Bowie is already halfway through your neck, like, and that's how you die at the hand of Lynn Thompson.
Also, Mr. Fisk says butt grenade is the comment that should have gotten the most laughs tonight. But alas, it's acknowledged. Well, kudos, Nigel.
I will take no praise for that. I completely missed it. I'm dealing with a migraine right now, and yeah, I totally missed that, or else it would have been a comment on it for sure.
Absolutely. Because butt grenade is pretty great. It's not a great combination of words, but you know what? I'll take it.
Do you know that men can also benefit from doing Kegel exercises? No. Case in point, huh?
Hey, you're just gonna leave him with a grenade stuck up his ass?
Yes, Lana, I'm on a rampage.
Seriously, how are butt grenades not gaining any traction? Because they're butt grenades.
They're too squishy.
On to the next fight.
On to the next fight
Sometimes all that's left is the pin.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
So for our next fight, we have Devin Thomas versus Les Stroud, both armed with anything they can make out of found objects.
Indeed. While lost in the woods.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to come as any surprise that Les Stroud won this round.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wrong. This is the the fight that had the highest swing. Les Stroud took it 80%, 20%,
Ooh.
which is
Really?
33 votes to 8.
Okay.
Not bad.
To be fair, it probably has something to do with the weapon choice. Les is pretty well practiced at making things out of garbage in the forest.
This is true.
I don't know if you guys can see the stream, but I put up a picture of some improvised weaponry. Just
Nice.
That
Oh
man
god.
has a shovel.
What the hell?
It's a shovel in a bow.
it sure
Of course.
is. Hey,
That's totally what Lynn would have.
you only get one shot, but man, what a shot!
Apparently, nobody's heard of the other guy. You need to
What?
pay your respects to a man that makes beautiful Damascus. So there.
The father of a man
Check
who
him
makes beautiful books and beautiful articles that you should also subscribe to on Patreon because he's awesome. If you want to learn about knife science, he's the guy.
I like to go and read his articles and give myself a headache.
Yeah. KnifeSteelNerds.com.
It's the good kind
Yes.
of headache. By the way, Devin Thomas Damascus is becoming incredibly rare these days since he retired. I think he only had a few projects left on his books, and then he's...
Apparently, Mr. Fisk's Pakistani friend makes beautiful Damascus on Instagram.
Oh,
I know the guy.
I know him too. I
know
just
his
got
cousin.
one that I got one that joined me, and his name was Jordan something. I was like, they're catching on to like white people names.
They're blending.
ugh.
Oh, and we had one of our friends that was like sexually harassed by one.
Mhm.
And then tried to follow the Pokey factor, and I recognized the name
that's
from
funny.
both. I was like, oh, wow, block,
Yeah,
bye.
good call.
I'm gonna burn our audience and say that he just, was trying to fit in.
That's fair.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
All right. Okay. If Les had to make a weapon in the forest, what weapon do you think he would try and make?
Chances are conserving energy would go with a trap.
Of course, a trap. That's just the right answer.
Okay, but you're really heavily relying that he's going to fall for this trap. So what's the bait? What's the thing that draws him in?
You are.
A couple blocks of steel.
And an anvil, just randomly.
All right. So if this is D&D, then I would say, okay, it's a mimic. And it just eats him. But so what exactly is the trap in this scenario? You got an anvil, a hammer, and some steel.
If it's not a figure 4, I'm out. I want a
I was
dead
gonna
foot.
say it's gonna be like a giant Ewoks when they built like the giant traps that take out the ATs and like the swinging logs and whatnot.
Hold on, I'm sure I could find a GIF or a picture. Or
If
something.
you watch the newest Rambo, there's like 45 of those in the movie
Nice.
in one fight scene.
I was
wish
gonna go with
joking.
a punji pit and just very, very sharp bamboo rods in a pit.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say he was gonna make a spear, because that seemed like the obvious choice.
No. We gotta Hunger Games this up a little bit.
Okay,
Like,
but
it's-
if I'm making a punji pit,
gotta sex up the whole fight to the death thing. Like,
if I'm making a punji pit, why can't I make one extra stick with a point on it?
well,
For
that's
me.
how you finish them off.
Because you're not going to climb down into the pit to finish them off, so you got to have something to poke in
no.
there with.
all the other pit spikes are covered in feces. You don't want to get covered in your own feces, do you?
Well, you gotta put some on the end of your poking stick too, like a little bit of guano.
It seems
Now
like
it goes a long way, right? Like it's
video.
Oh yeah, just the searing scent of nitric acid to alert you. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Apparently, Ben is on the same page as me with a deadfall trap.
Okay.
Also, Justin, you're gonna have to climb down to finish him off.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah.
reasons I drink.
I wonder how long it would take Devin in the forest to find a source of iron and start making his own steel. Because I bet you he could probably do it.
If it's anything like that primitive technologies guy, he probably within the first 15-20 minutes.
That's why the trap of a couple blocks of steel in the anvil will work so well.
You don't think he's going to recognize it as a trap? Or even in a more dark mindset, you think he's going to recognize it as a trap, but decide that the risk is worth it?
It's only if you put like a hammer on the end of a string and you're like
Tugging
it closer and closer.
And he still follows it the whole way. Oh, no.
He would know in the first 10 seconds if he's going to climb down. Thank you, Mr. Fisk, for that lovely addition. Also, apparently it's a rabbit in the shape of a hand grenade.
The Trojan horse has morphed into a rabbit and now a hand grenade.
Oh.
Is it still 100 feet tall?
Of course.
Why wouldn't it be? It's not like there's any time limits here. Like we didn't really specify all that many rules.
That's true. There are no rules.
Of course. Have you met us?
This doesn't end until one of you is dead. Okay.
Apparently now it's 101 foot rabbits. What would you rather fight?
Oh,
The 100-foot rabbit?
You almost got it, Justin.
Oh,
You almost got Joe there.
son of a bitch.
Would you rather fight 100-foot tall rabbit or 100-foot tall rabbits?
That's exactly
100-foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Absolutely.
dinner right
Yeah.
there.
I was going to say, you eat for so long.
Yeah, all you have to do is run around kicking.
Broad sweeping motions. Keep your distance. Create barriers when possible. There's ways you could do
Have
it.
you
100-foot rabbit. You're fucked. There's nothing you can do.
Joe.
If that rabbit wants you dead,
Joe.
you're dead.
Yeah.
It's 100 feet tall.
Joe,
What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
bring up a picture of the cold steel camp machete.
Okay.
It's like the sharpened hockey stick.
Oh,
And
that's
if
brilliant.
you just had 101 foot tall rabbits,
I
this
just want a
would
quick shout
very
out to
quickly
our
dispatch.
sponsor for the night, PETA.
Oh, fuck.
It's been a while, but welcome back, Peter. We enjoy you.
Oh, there's the protesters. There they are. Just outside.
If you can see the camp machete, that's the ultimate weapon towards 101 foot rabbits.
It's a hockey stick. Now, this is assuming that the rabbits are not rapidly jumping like 3 to 4 feet into the air at your face. But if they're
Who cares? There's no ref to call high sticking.
no, it's not the high sticking. It's oh, I can't.
I've already established there's no rules.
Yeah, like that. That's not what I'm worried about. It's more the logistics. You could do lots of sweeping motions with that thing, but if the rabbit's in midair, that's a small blade you got to make contact with.
Oh, come on, man. You're not trying hard enough. It's double sided.
Is it double-sided? Okay, well that changes everything.
Sharpened around the front. It's meant to swing to cleared grass.
On a related
And you
note,
swing it.
can you imagine some maniac with a dagger just going around and killing 100 rabbits that are actively trying to kill him?
I'd watch that fight.
What kind of square foot area are you in for this battle? Like,
well, I mean, I'm assuming you're like in the forest, right? Like the forest being, I don't know, an indeterminate size, but it's not one that you're going to leave without killing the rabbits.
Let's say 20 acres. I don't know.
No, I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a UFC ring.
Oh, dude,
UFC
you're
ring,
dead.
exactly.
You don't
Now we're talking.
have swinging room if there's 100 rabbits in that thing. Also, if there's a 100-foot tall rabbit in a UFC ring, it just does this, and then you're dead. So no, in either situation, you're screwed.
Just a quick aside, what's going on, Ronan Graves? New fella in the chat.
Welcome to the
He
madhouse.
came in an awkward conversation. That's for sure.
I don't think I actually mentioned it, but where to go now? Was it Black Ice? Matt was in
Black
chat
Frost.
earlier.
Yep.
Black Frost. There we go. I was gonna say it's some kind of deodorant name. I'm just saying. Not
I'm
really.
pretty sure
but
Gatorade had a flavor like that once upon a time.
it definitely did. It was delicious. I miss it.
I've never had it, but that does sound right.
The point that I was trying to make, though, Darren is saying, "Have you seen the killer rabbit in Monty Python?" That was the point that I was going to make. Is you'd end up without a head.
But that's a different breed. We weren't talking about killer rabbits. We were just talking about rabbits.
How did this even come up? Like,
Do
are
I
we
get a
doing
holy
knife
hand
fights?
grenade? Because we're gonna knife fight rabbits. Don't judge.
Do the rabbits get their own knives? Are they all Case Stockmans? Because the answer is yes.
Not sure how did we trickle down this rabbit hole.
Awful. Ronan saying happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Cheers.
And apparently in this UFC ring with rabbit fight, the UFC girls have to be covered in fur. Only if it's like freshly killed and it's still like kind of bleeding.
Well, I was going to say that could get kind of dangerous.
I was
though,
just
'cause you
thinking
don't
like
wanna...
Russian.
Well, you don't want to confuse the ring girls with rabbits.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you packed up a ring girl. Like, geez, come on.
Are they dressed up like an anthropomorphic rabbit, or are they just covered like in rabbit fur? Like
Just in fur.
Chunks
but
of rabbit fur.
Yeah, but if there's all the rabbit fur flying around and you're just in blind rage hacking rabbits, you might accidentally get someone that's dressed in the same fur.
Or at the very least, like
hack
hack off a foot by accident or something. But
yeah.
You don't need it.
Is her role doubling as one of those girls that like run across the tennis court and pick the balls up as like things are being discarded? Is she gonna come into play? That's what I'm wondering. Like it's
no.
Like most of the time, the ring girls are outside of the ring while the fight is going on.
That was my whole point. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of fights you guys watch.
Apparently, not the legal kind. If
Stop trying to bring logic into this.
Also, Mr. Fisk, 100-foot rabbit or 100 or 101 foot less Strauss.
101, the less Strouds, because once again, you can use that cold steel machete.
And I'm sorry, but 100-foot rabbit, you're not doing anything. If that thing wants you dead, you don't have a say in the matter anymore.
It will literally kick you in half.
And do you know what kind of documentary you could make with 101 foot less Strauss? Like, I would just start filming.
I was gonna say, can you imagine
where this goes? Let's just see where this goes.
The opening shot, a calm panning to the Lestrouds grazing in a field, and then a harsh shot of Dennis's face. Who made these? Like,
just, and here we see
out
them
there with like
just
breadcrumbs trying to feed them.
Yeah.
I'm raising some less Strouds.
Don't talk about raising Les Stroud.
Next fight.
Yeah.
Running away.
Next fight.
Oh.
For our next fight, we have Kit Ray versus Eric Grimsmo, both armed with a Black Legion battle axe.
And like Ben said, and moving on. Yes, exactly.
Done and done.
Do you guys know who Kit Ray is? Or is that a person that you weren't aware of? I guess they must have because he won.
You should pull up some of his
52%.
artwork, Joe.
I'm sorry.
Joe,
what?
pull up some of his
Ray
artwork.
stuff.
Oh well, I
Yeah.
got his battle axe up, but yeah, I'll bring up.
Some of his epic sceneries and
So he's
Yeah, his
actually
heavy metal-esque.
he's actually worked on Lord of the Rings as well for a lot of the Elvish weapons, but before and after
Mhm.
that, he was more well known for some crazy bullshit.
Yes.
I'm just trying to find some artwork that shows some of the weapons that he's made because, as Paul was saying,
Having said that, I have thrown Kit Ray throwing knives, and they're not actually half bad.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Throw some Kit.
There's
Not some of the out there
relationship
stuff.
between
It was
Kit
definitely
Ray
some of his
and-
tamer design.
Yeah.
But there's a relationship between Kit Ray and Gil Hibben and stuff, right?
Yeah, they help each other.
Yeah. So
A little bit of the Dutch rudder going on, you know. So
Of course, you had to find one with boobs, Joe.
I switched it. Don't you worry. I switched
there's
it.
definitely boobs. Yeah.
There we go.
There's boobs in like 9/10 of all of these though, so it's like, oh well, here there's an entire bare ass. If you'd rather me, I show that.
he does enjoy his heroin, however you want to interpret that.
Heroin.
Yeah. So as far as like where the fights are taking place, this one is definitely within like a coliseum in this world with like all these trolls in the stands or orcs and whatnot in the stands cheering on and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I've got a piece of artwork that shows, I think that's Dark Exotath and one of his other battle axes that it's not the Dark Legion, Black Legion, whatever, it's the single bladed one. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff he's known
Well,
for.
it's still the Black Legion. There's the War Axe and there's the
Battle axe.
Battle Axe.
All's
I think
correct.
that's the War
All's
Axe, is the single blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
quick reference, this is the Black Legion. It's double bladed and just metal as hell.
And yeah, I kind of joke around that a lot of his names are very weird, like Exotath or Vorthul or like some other really weird names like that, and lots of people have trouble saying them. You just got to do that death metal growl, and you have no problem saying his names. Exotath.
Mithrodin.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it just works.
Again, it's metal as fuck. I love a lot of his designs.
I was gonna say his artwork is very much like heavy metal, like the old heavy metal comics from the 70s and 80s and stuff.
It's like very Dungeons and Dragons, like 2nd and 3rd edition. Like really, like it's got that particular. Like you wouldn't be surprised if you saw it on the side of like a van. Somebody had spray painted it on a van, kind of thing. You're like, okay, pretty cool, but you know, it's pretty dated.
And I was just laughing there because, of course, you had to get as specific for saying which editions there, Joe.
Well, the new editions, they're pretty cool, but it's definitely a different art style.
But if you weren't a D&D geek, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
You would.
I'm not too ashamed of that one. I enjoy D&D too much to be ashamed of it.
We've talked about it.
So here's. Go ahead, Paul.
All I was gonna say is I never actually got through the the split. It was 52%, 48%.
Shit, that's close.
Super close.
Close,
Wow,
very close,
wow.
very close.
That must have been either a nail biter of a fight or just a slog fest where you're like, God, somebody ended already.
Or else it will be like in Pineapple Express when they're having the fight and it's just
That was a good movie.
they're so incompetent at fighting and just kind of slapping each other and so ineffectual.
Oh, no! Get back here! So help me! Help me! He's punching my bum!
Yeah.
No, but
It's
here's
not
the thing,
sharpened
though.
axe. Imagine how long it would take to kill somebody with an axe. It's not you don't hit him in the head. It's gonna take
Okay,
forever.
but the back end of that thing is no joke.
No.
You could use that like a mace, and I would finish that with the back of the handle. That thing is a sharpened club.
I'm gonna bring up that picture again because it's
no doubt. I
Okay,
do
but
not
the other
disagree
point
with that.
the other point I was going to make is in the last round, we had the Grimsmo brothers go up against each other.
Yeah.
And who was the Grimsmo that just fought, against Kit Ray? Which one was
Eric.
it?
Eric.
The younger brother.
So if you go back and watch that episode when we were talking about them against each other, it was a brutal fight. The hypotheticals were dropping anvils from top floors onto other people's heads and stuff, and anger about subservient brotherhood, and it was a vicious situation. It was.
But this is in the middle of a coliseum. There are spectators. There's snacks being sold. Presumably, there's some sort of demon emperor. There's a whole.
I understand that Kit Ray won, but there's no way that was a clean fight.
No,
from what I saw in the first Grimsmo brothers fight.
Oh,
that thing was a bloodbath.
When I say slogfest, I mean just beating the shit out of each other, but just refusing to go down, both of them.
Apparently, Kit Ray's designs are the Pathfinder 2E of knives. That joke was specifically for Joe.
Thank you. It hurt. It hurt in just the right way.
Apparently, Mr. Fisk hits whatever button is closest to his finger. Is that not how y'all vote?
Oh, that's not good.
Which hand do you normally use? I will change things up in the future just to sway your vote.
Good stuff.
Manipulate the field.
I don't know if I actually said it, but the fight split was 21 votes to 19 votes. That's how close it was.
Wow.
Interesting.
And Black Frost is saying, can't have a good fight without snacks, which is true. I mean,
absolutely.
At least you need some Gatorade.
Some Black Frost Gatorade.
Got to get them electrolytes back.
Yeah.
Give me some coconuts too, so I can get a transfusion.
Not really.
So I think. Oh, we're just coming up on another break because we're lazy union workers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it.
We sure are.
For me.
Apparently, Mr. Fisk goes right, but he can switch it up when he's feeling bored.
I think we were having a Dutch rudder conversation earlier, if I remember correctly.
No. So. When you're alone, it's called the stranger, isn't it?
Do you ever
let only if you sit on it long enough until it falls asleep?
No comment.
Yeah. There's no comments right now. No
one on break to say.
Yeah, let's nip this. Let's nip this here.
Righto. So yeah, we're going to take another break. We will be back shortly with everyone to wrap up our fight night here. So yeah, go do what you need to do, and we shall return shortly.